Chester, a Fairy Tale.
By Lisa, Matt, Naomi, and Zach.
Once upon a time, 3 little pigs embarked upon a business adventure. They chose to enter the highly competitive sensor industry. In hopes to gain market share, they introduced their company Chester to market.
The competitive nature of the forest was daunting, but they knew together they could face the big bad wolf Wiseman and become a leading sensor provider to all their forest friends. Chapter 1. The first pig's approach to the market was to sell products to all surrounding forests, spending large amounts in marketing and research development, more specifically in product repositioning, by placing products much ahead of current perceptions in order to spark jealousy by forest friends of their new and improved products. This drove the pig to build a factory made of straw, due to its sleek design and speedy invention. The pig was extremely pleased with his work and brought all of his forest friends to show off his impressive new factory. The big bad wolf Wiseman heard of the pig's brilliant invention and came to see for himself what Chester had done. Upon arrival, he was shocked to see how new and innovative Chester's products were, and immediately began plotting ways to outperform the 3 pigs. The big bad wolf Wiseman knew of the large economic investment Chester had made in creating their new inventions, and used his monetary influences to give them unwanted loans with extremely high interest rates. The big bad wolf Wiseman knew the horrendous loans weren't enough to bring Chester down, so he went to the pig's factory and destroyed all of their hard work. Chester was left in shambles in the dirt, had gained no market share, and was left in extremely large debt. Following this atrocious event, the pig told his partners of the shocking events that had occurred. They were tremendously dismayed by the tale and knew there must be a way to beat the big bad wolf Wiseman. Mother Nature was also appalled at what was happening in the forest and shed her tears upon the land. Chester had hit an all-time low and didn't know where to turn, when suddenly the second pig was struck by lightning and was overcome by extraordinary ideas following the shocking natural disaster.
Chapter 2. New ideas for Chester were jolting through the pig's bones as he recovered from his shocking accident, and he couldn't wait even a minute longer to update Chester's business model. A new approach to the market was introduced the following day with plans to implement more sustainable practices and decrease costs. Although the new strategy involved much lower spending, the previous adjustments were still being completed and product appeal began to fall rapidly. As the pigs tried to create a new business plan, including lower costs, the 5 main competitors were stealing their market share. Hansel and Gretel focused on appearance of their sensors. The 3 bears enticed customers using their variety of sensors offerings. Snow White bedazzled customers with her kindness and around-the-clock care. Little Bo Peep reeled customers in using her caring nature and proven products. And Robin Hood stole customers from all of them with his charming good looks and popularity within the forest. But the pigs stayed strong. The next factory was built using sticks, and the 3 pigs felt hopeful once again, knowing their new factory would be a home away from home to all forest friends. Once again, the big bad wolf Wiseman was dismayed by a job well done by Chester and was angered by their perseverance. Again, he used his financial powers to blow their dreams away, destroying their second factory and leaving them in even more severe debt. The pigs were still determined to succeed and were only further driven by a need to beat the big bad wolf Wiseman. The 3 pigs called upon the Capstone Fairy to see if she had any helpful hints to avoid the wrath of the big bad wolf Wiseman. After speaking with the Capstone Fairy, she sent the pigs on their way with a newfound faith to defeat big bad wolf Wiseman. The pigs knew they had to make some sacrifices in order to increase profits. The pigs came up with a business plan one more time. Although it was incredibly risky, they knew desperate times called for desperate measures.
Chapter 3. Following this series of unfortunate events, the 3rd pig invented a plan that would rid Chester of all excess capacity in hopes of gaining profit before it was too late. Chester finally realized focusing on fewer products would be their key to success. The pigs pulled together and sold off their individual stakes within the forest. With the funds generated by their sales, Chester was able to invest largely in one product they knew would withstand the big bad wolf Wiseman's evil powers. By purchasing bricks, the pigs built the strongest factory yet and were able to focus on fewer products, make them appealing to the market and attractive to new customers. the big bad wolf Wiseman returned once again with hopes to defeat the pigs once and for all. Little did he know the strong customer base Chester had built and the specific product focus it had created formed a sustainable business environment. When he came to blow the third factory down, the three pigs laughed at his failed attempt and were praised by their forest friends for their perseverance and ability to bring down the big bad wolf Wiseman.
Happily ever after. After a small celebration, Chester gave parting gifts in the form of dividends to those who remained supportive of them all along.
The three little pigs are still working to rebuild Chester's business after difficulties caused by the big bad wolf Wiseman. Recently, the wolf came to the pigs seeking employment in their growing business after failed attempts in his own business ventures.
The pigs continue to use their sturdy brick factory and will remain there happily ever after.
Ô Canada, terre de nos aïeux, ton front est ceint de fleurs en glorieux, car ton bras sait porter l'épée, il sait porter la croix. Ton histoire est une épopée des plus brillants exploits. God keep our land glorious and free. We stand on guard, we stand on guard for